Hi everybody, we are back and lots of exciting things for today. Sorry about my voice, it's a little rough for where I don't smoke cigarettes or anything, don't worry. Oh, I guess I have lipstick on my teeth, as always. I'll just, is that all?
Yeah, just about. Looks good.
Okay. Anyway, I promise I don't do that. This is gonna sound rough. I was really sick a few days ago. I felt like I was like on my deathbed. Quite literally felt like that. I have felt really horrible. But I am better now. I just have a little bit of a stuffy nose and a little bit of a cough, so yay for summertime flu. Hi Peggy. Hi Corian. Hi Jean. Hi Candy. And we are going to be doing, obviously today's tool feature, so we get to feature these guys, and that's going to be super fun. I did some really fun projects. If you guys saw the banner or not, they're super awesome. I'll show you guys how to do those. You really can utilize your wire to make really interesting shapes and be nice and creative.
I don't know if you saw Jean's comment over the weekend, but she said that this is right up the alley of what she's been wanting to learn how to do.
Oh,
so
perfect.
I thought that was really great.
Hi Cookie. Hi Glenna. Hi Cindy. Hi Nancy. Let's see. Yeah, because we're going to do some figure eight, some unique shapes. We're going to do, we're going to do a double-sided clasp, which we used to feature, but now we don't have that anymore.
The double-sided clasp, I don't know that we've ever sold that one, but the little hook. The little hook we did.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
then just the little hook, and you'll be able to make it. And we also will do a double-sided clasp. So, lots of stuff that you guys can make yourself to, like, make little custom pieces to add to your designs, which is super easy. Hi Joni, hi Karen, hi Connie. Just wait a little bit longer, let a few more people pop in, and then we can talk about more of this stuff that we get to do today.
Yeah, and we always love it when you guys give us tool feature suggestions, because this actually came from a request, which was to feature this one next. So I haven't used this tool a lot, so I thought it was a really great thing, and I was like, wow, why haven't I been using this? Because the measurements on it are so handy.
Yes, that's honestly why it is the most handy. So
Plus it goes a lot larger, so when you want to do something like your infinity figure eights, you can do those with this plier.
yes, absolutely. So lots of components you can make yourself. Hi Lynn. Hi Diane. Lots and lots of hellos. But yeah, the most handy part of this is definitely it has measurements right on it. I'll show you that under the camera. You'll be able to see it. But we're going to utilize those, and you can utilize them in your designing process and just write them down. You can write down your formula for exactly what you use to make a piece. And one thing I would suggest, just like kind of like beforehand, is just have one masterpiece if you're going to be like recreating it a lot that you have on the side.
So keep that. So if you're selling in a shop and you're recreating those pieces, keep the component master.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep your master component. I would definitely recommend that.
Which it looks like you did that for a couple of things.
Hi Taryn. Hi Andrea. Hi Julie. Okay, I feel like it's been long enough for some people to pop in. Let us just dive right into this. I'm gonna pop up our views here in just a second. I need you to move the camera up. More. More. You can zoom in a little bit. Move it up a little more.
I think maybe we need to change the view of that, or the way that's out, but it's all right. Next time.
Okay. Here
One
we
nice
have
thing.
our tool up close. I'm going to pop this up the top of the screen. Current 100. Just a reminder that you can just go directly to the website, vintaj.com, and you can, is there a feature section that they can click right into?
There is. So if you go to the menu under jewelry supplies, so if you're on mobile, then just click the little hamburger, or if you're on the website, click into jewelry supplies, and then there's a section called featured. And so if you click on that, that's going to show all the things that we are featuring today. And then also, if you are looking at the replay on our player that's embedded on our website, that link is going to be on your right.
Sounds good. So that's where you can find everything for today as well.
And that's the vintaj.com website.
But these are what I was talking about, how they have these numbers. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I utilized this 5 a lot in my designs today, as well as I did, like, I'm pretty sure a 2.5 as well for some of my other stuff. So you can definitely do like in between them as well, but it is a super fantastic reference for us to be using in creating our pieces and making them very consistent. Because if we're using our normal ones, we can't get them nearly as thick, and it's kind of like hard to tell how big your loops are going to be with this, because you kind of just have to eyeball where your spot is. So, big difference there. And then I'm going to pop up our necklace sampler. I'm going to pop it down at the bottom too, so you guys have a little bit bigger view of that. So since this did use a lot of jump rings, we're including the jump rings, we're including the wire, and we're including the dragonflies. So all of the main components you need today, excluding the beads, will be here. So I just recommend you add in some freshwater pearls and some Swarovski, what style are they called again?
Bicones.
Bicones. Or they don't have to be Swarovski, it could be Preciosa too, but bicones in general are really great
Crystal,
for this.
right?
Crystal, yes. Crystal bicones. Yeah, because that's all the beads I used were freshwater pearls and crystal bicones. And then obviously we have paints for today as well, which is just very 3 simple colors of the sorry, of the antique. I'm gonna pop those up as well here in a second. Give me 2 seconds. We're gonna use our verdigris blue. We're going to use our metallic copper. And we're going to use our iridescent violet.
Do you want to show them just like
Yep, the
one
earring.
of the earrings?
That's what I was
oh
gonna
yeah,
do
and I
after
made
that.
those ear wires as kind of a bonus thing that we can do.
So there's that. Those are the colors used on this. It's super beautiful. And yeah, she did make these ear wires as well.
So I will probably pop on so you don't have to figure out how to make those later in the live.
And excuse my nails, I've decided I'm going to go back to the salon to get them done because I no longer have the time to do them myself. Because it takes a lot longer when you do it yourself. Because you can't do doing one hand while one is in the light. So they will be better again, I swear. Yeah, those are those. Here are some examples of what I was talking about the...
Look at this one. Yeah.
Sorry, it's not focusing.
You're probably maybe a little too close. I need to raise it up.
That's fine, I have it. This is what I was talking about the double-sided... Yeah, I see that it's there. The double-sided clasp. So this is really cool, very easy to achieve, and I think it's really dandy because you can do it either way. So I feel like this is like super cool because if you have somebody who is like left-handed or right-handed, it works for either person and they get to use whatever hand they want. And then we're going to be doing this piece as well, which I used in the bracelet, and then a figure 8, which is in the necklace. You can tell there's a figure 8 right here. We're going to be doing some smaller figure 8s as well. And then we also have this clasp over here that we were referencing earlier we no longer sell, that we'll make as well.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna adjust this angle really quick.
Okay.
Just look at it and bring this down a little bit. Make sure we still get you in there. So it changed a little bit. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so let's just dive right into this. I'm going to let you know the wire gauge, of course. We have our 18 gauge. This is just our normal natural brass, not the new one. And I'm going to pop those back up, watch out. Oops, sorry about that. So this is just the normal one. This is not the new one. It's not the same.
They can see that because you've got the image of
Yeah.
it.
Oh, it doesn't matter, but it's up there. It's not the same as our brand new one. This you would use for a different purpose.
Yeah, we'll be doing those. I did the ear wires out of those because you want to make those out of a thinner gauge wire that is a solid uncoated wire.
Yes.
So,
That's the main difference though
Yeah.
between those two is one solid and the
Yeah.
one's not.
and different gauge too.
Yes.
They're all three different gauges that you're getting in your bundle.
What gauge is the other one that you're giving them in the bundle?
The same gauge as this one, 26 gauge. Yeah.
Okay, let me go back over here. And then, just to let you guys know, if you saw that earlier, move this off for a second. We are having our 40% off of the organic and minimal collection, which I think is perfect for this because we're doing so many wire elements. So a lot of simple stuff goes and pairs very well with this as well. So don't forget to check that out for as long as it lasts, since it is a pretty big discount. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, I thought it complemented it really well because just because of the style of the components go really well with wire working, I think.
Absolutely. So I'm actually going to start with the necklace. I actually don't clip off any particular length for this figure 8. And so I'm just going to get this area prepped so that, can you scooch over?
Mm-hmm.
Just need to get in the right position for you guys to work properly.
Poor baby.
Sorry, guys.
Poor girly. Do you
And
think
so-
it is a cold, or do you think it is the...
No, I think it is that. I
Detox.
just think it's like still like
Yeah.
that part of it just lingers for me.
Yeah.
So first things first, just a reminder, I am using the number 5, this line right here. So that is my mode of measurement, is using that. I'm making sure I'm getting right in close to the end there. I will go back on screen in a second. I just had to be able to see that. Let me roll this out a little more.
It's okay also to just clip it off so it's easier to handle.
Yeah.
There's always some kind of use for your wire.
I might just do that because it's a little bit persnickety at that distance. So obviously I made that a little bit too big. I know, I'm being aware. And so I'm just going to do a little tiny clipping here.
So what I'm, if you pause for a second, what I'm trying to tell you is if you look, if you're looking at the viewer over there, then your face is on camera more than when you concentrate on looking at this one.
Guys, she expects me to not look at my hands and work.
No. I'm just saying if you look at your own hands or there and not at this, it's easier.
No, it's not easier.
You're right. It's not because it's muscle memory the other way, right?
No, it's just I look at my own hands when I'm working usually.
Yes, do that. I'm trying a little different setup today to try to make it easier.
Just tightening this. If you're like really cognizant about being really tight to it, you don't even have to do that kind of clipping thing that I'm doing. Okay. Perfect. That's a 5 now. Oh, she's moving my camera on me.
Sorry. Trying to make it a little bit more stable. It was a little wobbly. And these earrings are from last week actually, and now everybody's like, I love those, I love those. So they're from last week, so if you want to make them. I'm trying, it's like falling. This will just give us a second. Tell me how that is. Nope, nope, look over here.
I am looking over there.
Oh, no, we'll zoom if you need it zoomed.
She's making my life more difficult today, guys. Just give me a second. I'm lining this up on the 5. And then I'm pushing it right along there. And you can see we are seeing our figure 8 now. Now I simply clip right here. And then I kind of like to finagle with this to give it a nice little straight line. Make this little arch here a little straighter in that corner. Can you stop moving it?
I'm just kidding you on screen.
I was moving myself on screen, and every single time I moved on screen, you're moving it, and it's kind of getting in the way of my process. Like so. And then all we have to do at this point is hammer them down. Okay. I'm just using the flat edge on both sides, so. And you can just use your pliers and tighten those ends in a little bit more.
I think we've got the camera angle golden for you guys. So do you want to do one more, just like not stepped, but make that one more time a little quicker this time, in case with all the camera moving we missed any little bits of it, since we were still adjusting here?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It is also an infinity symbol.
I just think it's beautiful component.
Sorry, guys. All right.
Speed version. ×2.
Somebody again.
I swear it's on silent.
You probably have them set so that they
Like everybody overrides?
so that
Dad
certain
should know
people
better.
override. Yeah, he should know better.
So tell us what inspired this necklace that you're creating here.
It is a necklace that I'm actually wearing.
And I don't know which designer did this, but it's been around for a long time. It was probably Jess. It
Yeah.
looks kind of like her style of things she would have done. And it's got that unicorn borosilicate glass in there too, so. From the Design Archives inspiration here, guys.
I can do it a couple more times. Just 'cause sometimes that's a little easier for some people. There's another one. And
Yeah,
once
and
you
then
get the
you'll have
hang
a
of
few
it,
to-
once you get the hang of it too, it gets a lot easier. Just give me 1 second.
And what loop size, if you want to tell them again what that is.
That's
as you're
number
doing it.
5. As you can see, it's right lined up right there.
I'm thinking that this is probably the next size of wire that we should ask for in natural brass. Not just the coated, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Janet's asking again what size wire you
This
are
is
using.
18 gauge.
So this is 18 gauge natural brass colored coated wire. So there's a lot of things you can do with this infinity connector. It can be the end of a clasp. It can be a gorgeous connector as Ainsley's done in her inspiration necklace. It could be an earring component.
And if you're wondering why she's all up in my business today, it's because she doesn't have the laptop today.
Yes, I don't. So I'm having to sit closer to Ainsley
And so now
and read the comments.
And she's being very nitpicky too, because she's like,
I'm not-
I have nothing to do.
I'm actually not looking at you. I'm reading the comments.
Well, at the moment.
At the moment, no.
Yeah.
No, I was being actually nitpicky with my camera setup. Not what you were doing, but the way I had set it up because I changed it from last week. I was just adjusting. So I know it might seem like I'm nitpicking you, but I'm really not. Right?
Yes.
It's more fun to bicker about it though, isn't it? 888.
I forgot to hammer the other side of this one. This one's not sitting as flat.
Ah, nice. That also will strengthen your piece by hammering it. Not only
Yes.
does it give it a really pretty finish, squared off, but it's going to be stronger. If you
So,
were wondering.
Super easy figure eight like that. I'm going to take another clipping
Oh
here.
no. Doug says it sounds better to have me closer. Ainsley doesn't like that.
Take it back.
She's like, take it back.
Don't say
Just
that.
relegated to the other side of the room. Okay. Isn't that a mom's job? Kind of. Would you do, now that we have a little break in between demos, before you do the next component, scroll up and find Corian's comment from Vintaj and put it on there so everybody knows. It's just about the giveaway. If you want to just pop that up on the screen and read it. Were you about to anyway?
Yes.
And now you don't really want to do it because I said so?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I really need that yerba right now.
If anybody's in Idaho right now, come bring us yerba. Maybe that's what your dad was calling about. He had a sixth sense that we needed something.
Okay. Corinne will be doing another giveaway. You know the drill. Love, react to the live video to enter. To claim, you must have an open order with Vintaj so we can ship it to you. So, leave your hearts. Hearts, 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 hearts. All over. Okay, now this other figure eight, it's literally the same process. We're just going to do it at a different size. And I'm going to do it at a 2.5. So right between that 2 and the 3. Ugh. Oopsie. I kind of like roll this too, if you're noticing how I'm doing this. I just roll it. I'm gonna try to keep it nice and tight.
Welcome, Dale.
And then we'll do the other side. Zoom in so you guys get a better little look at what I do here for this part. So go straight this little corner out.
I think we're missing the Vintaj logo.
Yeah,
on the bottom.
sorry about that. I'll
It
put
went
that
away.
back up.
There you go.
I had to move it out of the way when I put the sale graphic up.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to pull this one over a little bit. On that side, just push and pull this back. And pushing this down. And then it needs to be trimmed a little bit. It's just a little bit longer on one end. I like to use this flat side here so that it's going like this. And I'm going to follow the line here so it lines up. You see that?
If you actually flip it,
This is how I like.
there's a difference in the way it trims the wire. One side gives it a flush cut, and one side gives it pointed. So you can decide which one you like.
So I just trimmed it there, and then I'm just tightening that back in. Because you will have noticed before it wasn't exactly the same size. I mean it was, but because it's hard to get tight in here,
Vicky Parker
it
also
gets
says
the loop to move longer over here, moves over, and so there's a little bit excess, so we have to tighten it in.
Sorry, I thought you were paused speaking, didn't mean to talk over you, but she said she also loves your earrings. Guys, if you want to make these, tune into Ainsley's Patina class. It is published on the website. You can find that under live tutorials if you want to make these gorgeous earrings she's wearing.
And then I'm just going to fix this.
Okay, awesome. It looks like Doug picked up on the cue that this is the next wire size that we want to offer in.
Yay!
Completely solid jeweler's quality natural brass. So
Just tightening that back up, because you will notice when you hammer it, it will spread out a little bit. That's why you notice I've done that with every figure eight. There's the little one. It's a lot easier to do the big ones.
I find too that when I'm working with, like even doing a loop on an eye pin, sometimes I don't get my loops even. So I think like when we can show how to match this size or get close to it as well for like one of your crystals.
So I'm just going to do a little roll through so you can see the construction of this a little more. And see all those figure eights coming through.
I'm not sure that this is the same bead that you used, but I'm just going to give you a bicone so that we can show this with matching a loop on an eye pin.
And we do need to make this as well.
Which you might deconstruct that because I just eyeballed that.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Bicones. What did you want with the bicones?
So with the eye pins, a lot of times I was saying that when I'm using just my rosary pliers to match that,
yeah.
so you can measure it. You can measure the loop on this guy and say, okay, this is a what? Is it just slightly smaller than it?
Yeah.
Then we know it's too lit. Then you could just start from wire, I guess. You could start from, if you wanted to make even, you could start from this and make it the smallest one.
Yeah, because this is like really small in here too.
Actually, that's a really good measure. Is what you could do in that case is make a mark.
And her little trick for these, since like for the tiny things, is we like don't cut it off until the end. She was telling me this because she's like, it hurts your hands.
Well, especially the itty bitty baby ones on the head pins. I'll get you one of those too because they are. I don't know about you guys, but when I do like 10 little tiny crystals in a row and try to make the loops on the end, but I'll grab you a little baby one too. They are a bugger. They kind of like cut into your fingers. I'll get you a baby one and a head pin.
Look at that.
Here you go. There's the actual size. That's the bugger.
But yeah, that's like an example of what you can do. But yeah, the buggers are these, especially when it's not an eye pin, because it's extra.
And it's tiny at the bottom.
It's extra hard to bend it over.
Right. Now, if you had clipped this first, it would hurt a lot more.
Yes. So.
Wait, no beauty with no pain? Is that what they say?
No pain, no gain.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, a little loop. Try and get it to stay in focus for you guys.
That might help.
Clip. Tighten. And just gonna straighten it out a little bit. Ta-da!
So I see some comments going back and forth for the Patina class. We also have kept the feature products from our last several classes in the feature category. So if you're looking for something from a recent live, you're going to find them there as well.
Corian said, or Vintaj said, only 3 samplers left for today's demo.
Okay, well that's probably because of the wire. Well, no, I don't know. There must be something in there. Maybe we can add more. Corey, maybe look to see if there's more that we can add.
What is this?
No, that camera, it's okay.
It just
'Cause
will bother me every
It's
time
because I
I
have
look.
hooded eyes. My makeup transfers to my eyelids. Guess that also means that I've got eyelashes that can touch there, so that's a bonus, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a question earlier about what wire you were working with. I'm guessing it was for the figure eights.
Yeah, I said it earlier.
Okay.
I said it a few times. It was
okay.
18 gauge.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out the timing.
Your clasp is from this?
No,
it's from the other
it's
one?
from the matching one. Yeah.
Okay, so 18
18
gauge.
gauge.
We're going to do the clasp now. Actually, I already have it cutting out, so. We're going to do this on the fly because I didn't actually make it. She made it for that one. So I'm going to start with the 3 because I know it's bigger than my 2.5. I'm pretty sure. Let me look at this necklace really quickly, though. Actually, no, it is the 2.5.
Here, let me see this.
So we're going to do a 2.5 for our loop.
I was just going to put it out, the component out while they...
Give me a second here to line up. Okay, roughly at 2.5. So we're gonna tightly roll it around. Okay. That's pretty close.
And then I just straightened that.
That's what I was about to do, yeah.
Awesome. Ainsley's gotten really good at reverse engineering. I think a lot of the vintage designers, we've gotten pretty proficient at doing that.
So I'm just pulling up while I securely am holding here. Until I get to where I want to. Sorry, my hands are in the way, guys. I need to like get a good enough resistance. I'm gonna actually take 2 pliers because sometimes it's a lot easier.
It is dependent on the wire.
There we go.
Nice.
And I'm gonna just tighten this guy back up. So he's closed. Now, go and straighten that out a little bit. Okay.
This is actually kind of a good class in reverse engineering.
Now, I'm gonna look at this here. Have my loop. I'm gonna try to see. This is about that same arch of that 2.5, so I'm gonna use that 2.5 slot about where I want to. Just give me a second. I'm looking. So I'm looking about roughly how high up I want that arch to be, and I'm positioning it, and now I'm going to fold it over.
Ainsley is using the 18 gauge natural brass colored wire for the hook clasp. We don't have the other available in just the solid natural brass yet. That's something that we want. It's on our docket that we want to release next. So for now, if you have a spool of this, that's going to be what you can make it out of. We've got the 20 gauge, but that's a little too light duty for a clasp, I believe.
And then I'm just flipping up this end here. Trimming it. I'm just going to adjust this guy here a bit. And then we can simply hammer it and clip this a little bit. Right there.
Jean, it definitely is so much easier with these pliers because they have the loop on them, and yeah, they're just great. Yours looks better than mine.
And then we just...
Ainsley's a little bit more precise than me, I
think yours looks good too. You did hammering in a little bit different spots.
Yeah, it's a little bit, yours seems more uniform, I think. But adorbs, love it.
So, that is our finished result. Super easy. You can make variations. You can make it more arched or looped.
Did you, so you went through the construction of this, right? While I was...
Yeah, I did like a roll through
right.
it.
So, did you...
I haven't explained it yet though because we
okay.
just are finishing up with this piece.
I just was wondering if you showed how this could be a bracelet
nope,
or a necklace.
I haven't.
Okay.
That was what I was planning on doing next.
Awesome. Also, let me know when you need a break and I will do the ear wires.
Okay. So this is made so this can be a bracelet or a necklace. So I just clipped off the other bracelet that was attached to this. A little bit large for me personally, but it's most people's wrist size.
So would you just leave off a few of the section if you were making it for yourself?
Yes,
as
I
a
would
bracelet?
just probably get rid of the double
That
this
at the
section
end.
at the
Yeah.
end for myself.
We can probably, when we do the follow-up post, we can also show a stretched out version of this bracelet so that they can see in a line what all the components are.
Yep, and I did roll through it just like this for them up close so they could see each little connection.
And then do you want to...
And then this is just the bracelet that we had attached to it.
And so I just made that out of some of our curb chain. It just functions as a nice extender.
Other tidbit too is I do recommend filing these ends here. Otherwise they are a little bit rough.
Right.
And we don't want that on our necks.
Especially if it's a clasp.
Yes. And a little less important on those figure eights because their ends are tucked in. If you want to be extra cautious, you can I would definitely do it a couple times.
Pam, yes, the pliers are available at Vintaj. So if you go to vintage.com and click under jewelry supplies featured, you're going to see them up near the top. Or, Ainsley, do you want to put the product up here actually for these pliers? You can also purchase by commenting the cart number at the top of the screen, which is, I can't read that from here. What is it?
Cart 100.
Cart 100. So you just type that into your comments and it will bring up a Facebook chat.
And I'll show
And you
you.
can purchase by following the instructions.
You can tell this is very old.
It's been around for a minute, huh? That was the original inspo piece.
This is the original inspiration piece.
And then you just, the back you actually used
Bella
rosary
Trade,
chain.
Yeah, Bella Trade bracelets.
Which we were thinking about maybe doing a future class on how to make these with the one-step looper.
To make it easier.
Yeah. We just have to get one here at the studio. We noticed it's missing from our tool inventory, so. Future class to come on that plier. Which will be fun.
Okay, so this necklace is done. And we just have our bracelet.
I set it over to your right. Just reach way over and you'll find it.
And our earrings. So I'm gonna let her do her ear wires because that'll be like a good like in between
Little
the
break.
bracelet and yeah. Yeah, because I know you guys are all in such suspense for that bracelet.
It is stinking amazing. Hey, everybody. Okay. Sorry, it's just
she
like...
is on camera now, so she did need to wipe her eyes.
Oh, man. Okay. So, funny little thing before I get started. Funny little
This
thing.
is what you were doing.
I know.
This is what you were doing. Why are you laughing?
Because I know it. Do you know why? It's because I couldn't read the comments over here.
I know. That's why you were doing it.
It's because my eyes are all.
But it does feel a little claustrophobic.
Yes, I know. I understand.
So you guys could see me. You could see me for
Funny-
a second.
Funny story
right there.
about this bracelet. And so I was like, oh, Ainsley, are you sure you want to put a bead on every one of these? And she's like, of course. Are you kidding me? Because I just was like, maybe I would skip every other one. But you know, she's always take it to the max kind of person. Okay, so what I'm going to do is demo these ear wires for you. And this one in the bundle also is included this wire.
Oops, sorry.
Which, I don't know, do we want to pop up?
Oh, look, that is pretty cool actually. I made that bracelet several years ago. It's one of my faves.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Looks like we brought back something good.
Great. Okay, so let me just, because I kind of made these by eyeballing it, I'm going to remind myself what size loop this is. Just going to deconstruct this for a second.
Go blow my nose.
That was a good idea. Okay, so it looks like this is, I'm using, probably about a 5 millimeter, little less. So let's just we'll make these a 4 millimeter loop. It's not quite as big as a 5. So we're gonna make a 4 milliliter loop at the end of our natural brass 20 gauge wire. I'm just going to clip a length of this. I never worry about waste on this because we can make head pins, paddle head pins and eye pins out of any kind of clipping that we have. Let me get back over the comments so I can see. Candy says, I like the one-step looper, but I find it doesn't always make closed loops and works best on heavy gauge wire. Yes, I would say for sure. I'm always tightening it up when I use it. It's just great for making a lot of uniform sized loops, which you need for the rosary plier. Okay, so let's take our 4 millimeter section and we're going to roll this around to get the end of our ear wire. And then again, I'm going to bend this out straight. Bend this straight up. And Make sure that's tight. See how we're doing. That's pretty good. And then we're going to start to make the bend. Here is about, looks like about an inch up. So what I did for these actually, which I'm going to do again right here, I'm going to click 2 sections. Make my, also my 4 millimeter section loop. We're going to do 2 of them. And by doing this in tandem, we're going to make sure that our ear wire matches perfectly. So we get 2 that are just the same. Okay, so we're going to go about an inch up on these 2 pieces of wire, and we're going to make the bend at the same time. Line those up, measure about an inch up, which is just right at the top of my finger. And then I'm going to take this 8 right up here. And then I'm going to, whoops, let's line those both up. Make sure that it's grabbing both of them. Okay, about 1 inch up right here. And then we're gonna bend this around at the same time to get that hoop so that that matches. Okay, so now we have 2. Now, this one's kind of fun. Look at, I've left a really long tail on this one. That could be a really fun statement ear wire, but we're gonna make these. So let's see, from the hoop drop, it's about an inch from the top again. So we'll just clip at the same time. So we're gonna do about an inch drop from the top, which is lining up about the same spot. So I'm using the flush cutter to cut at the same time. Get these like perfectly lined up so that their length is the same. And I'm using this flush portion of it facing the back. I'm going to cut them, and then that's going to give a pretty flush cut here versus pointed. And then we're also going to take some time to file these because they are going to go through your ears. So you want to make sure that these are really treated well. No rough spots left. So I'll start with the file, and then I will end with the reliefing block to finish them. Make sure they're smooth on all sides. Also, this is taking longer because I'm like fumbling all over with stuff. I think every time I make something on camera, it grows because I'm noticing these are longer than these. But you get the basic idea. Okay, so now I've flattened these in a couple of different places. You're going to notice that they're not completely flat. I want this part that's going through your ear to maintain its wire shape, so I'm just going to flatten the top and then the loop area. my loops have separated a bit, that's okay. Just tighten them back up again. And there you go. There you have your own handmade pair of ear wires. Pretty easy, no jig required. I know a lot of people like to use them, but if you don't have one, which I don't, great way to make a custom pair. And this is the same, it is the same stuff that we use to make our ear wires out of. So you know how it's gonna react. So there we do. You wanna hop back in? Okay. Yes, 20 gauge is the best thing to use for ear wires. It's strong enough to hold its shape, but not so thick. Okay.
Let us start with our figure 8, or not, this is not a figure 8, our double-ended clasp. And it is a lot easier than it looks like it is. And I just am going to this is gonna be a little short. I'm gonna cut myself some new wire again. Where is it though?
Welcome back, Lisa.
All right, so we're going to, actually let me get a little bit better positioned here. We're going to start making our loop. You're gonna notice that your wire tends to curve one way or another. I really highly recommend, so I'm gonna be curving this, right? So notice this is going this direction, and it's gonna be easier for me to curve this way. So I'm gonna curve it over. So opposite of this curve. So it's going this way. It's going this way, right? So I'm gonna curve my loop this way.
So opposite?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I said.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my number 2. And just roll it real tight.
Would you say that the number 2 is kind of your preferred size for doing your loops?
This is what I use for this specific one. 2.5 was like a lot of the other stuff, like our figure 8s. But for this one, it's like the right sizing for it.
Yeah. So when I made these with 4s because they can the large loop can fit through like our wood and that kind of stuff.
Okay. So we did that, and we're gonna go over with our number 5 now. You're gonna keep it a little bit back, and we'll make little fine-tuning adjustments here and there. But once we have it kind of lined up where we want it to, we're just gonna bend it right over and follow that line of the number 5. And I'm gonna continue bending it. And I'm going to start to bend it so it starts to go the other way. So you'll notice.
So Lisa's asking about the pliers, if they're permanently marked.
Yes. Permanently marked like this. This is
like
why they're
etched.
super useful.
It's etched in.
So we're starting to see our loop form. And we're going to go back and do the same thing with our number 5. And we're going to just start opposite. We're going to start with our number 5, then go back to our number 2.
I'm going to see if I can go around so I'm not up in your grill so much.
Now we have that. I'm just going to start to shape her down a little bit. And then I'm going to go back in with our number 2. Pull your piece back away because this one is thicker and we need to be able to get our number 2 there. And so you'll notice I'm just lining it up to be basically opposite of the other one. They're kind of lined up together. So we have that there, and I'm just going to wrap it around nice and tight, best I can. And then we clip. I'm going to curve this up a little more. Pinch her down. And so you'll notice, right, you're like, oh, okay, this is slightly uneven. Don't worry, that's pretty normal. And you can fix that a bit in a second, and I'll show you how to do that.
A little left. Thank you, Debbie. I am in love. Lisa, if you're having any problems with Carter, just go ahead and follow the link that Vintaj put on there and you can purchase that way.
So something we can do to shorten one of the ends is we can simply clip and then we're going to roll. I'm just going to shape this a little more.
Do you find that it changes a little bit after you hammer it anyway?
I didn't hammer
pretty
it.
much. Oh, you didn't hammer these.
No, these are.
Can we see what one looks like hammered and unhammered?
Yeah, we can do that.
I like to just strengthen the curves on them, the bends a little bit with a slight hammering.
These are pretty actually strong.
They're pretty strong, sturdy.
I think
that's great.
just because of the shape that it's in.
It's probably geometry of it that does it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that, as you can tell, my fine tuning made it a lot more even. But that's an easy way to fine tune that. We can show you a little hammering here.
Yeah, so Lisa's bringing up what I was talking about earlier, like you can clip so the flush end meets the wire if that's your preferred look.
Do that to the other side.
though they will be stronger if hammered.
So this is oh, now they're hooking together. They are meant for that, but
that's what we do.
hammered versus
Love it.
unhammered. But yeah, I find these are strong just because of the shape that they are, because your resistance, right? I'll give you an example. Your resistance is going to be, the force is putting like this. So it's not really going to misshape it because the force of your necklace is, or bracelet is like this. So we're pushing out against each
I
other.
think so. I think these are millimeter measurements. Someone's asking. So if we do that.
You just measure the
Yeah.
diameter.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. That looks right to me, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's super easy. Now let me show you the other one.
Can you hammer before bending? No, Connie,
No.
you don't want to do that. Only hammer after bending. You want to keep it flexible and less rigid while you're bending it.
Look at putting that up there.
What's that? Somewhat people were asking about it, and
You
then,
could just tell them.
but they were, I just wanted them to be able to see the Carp 100. And 2 people actually used it after I did it. It's okay.
I know, it's just like later for if you use
It's okay.
use
It doesn't,
I've seen it and it does and it bothers me.
okay, but it doesn't bother other people. Okay, the S-hook component is flexible enough to open and close the hooks so you can use them as bails to change out pendants. Oh, this is really great. Put up Cindy's comment. Or to change pendants or to use for clasp for bracelets. I find that the S-hook is easier for me to hook into the other side of the bracelet, and then I just close the circle down enough to keep it from slipping out. You can make the loops as long as you want for a closure. Awesome tips, Cindy. We always love everyone's expert opinions and advice. How do you,
Just tap it again.
like that?
Okay. I'm going to show you the length that I use here. Just under 2 inches. And I do some little fine tuning. Clip on for the edges like I did with that loop there, where I just clip a little bit and I tighten it for sizing. But this is like the general length that I used. And it gave me a pretty good idea of getting a consistent for this bracelet. So just pop that on here, because I may have to make it a lot of these. And so I did the best I could, and yeah. Also recommend using something that has like your arch, right? To get this arch to be pretty consistent, I recommend you find a curve of something. I actually ended up using these, which we featured recently, and I'll show you what I did.
Which I think those are out of stock, but we do have them open as a pre-order that you can kind of save your place in line.
But in general, it doesn't need to be those. That's just what I used. It's the only like cylinder I had here at this office. Any other cylindrical object will work. We just need one cylindrical object to make work, for consistency sake.
I'm just grabbing you a few of these so that you can show the wire wrap section later. And then I'll grab you one of those coin pearls as well.
So I'm simply going to be using our 2.5 again. Take off near there. And I am, sorry, I was a little rough there, I guess. Just rolling it. We do the exact same thing with the other side. So just line it in that roughly 2.5 spot. And roll.
Nice. Cindy says she doesn't usually hammer hers either. For the clasp.
Then I just kind of straighten these out so that they're parallel. And then you take your cylindrical object, and you just bend it against it.
So you could probably use a ring mandrel for that as well, right?
Yeah, you definitely could. Literally just as long as you have something to keep it consistent.
Oh, Lisa says she's used a pill bottle before for a consistent
Yeah, that's
cylinder.
really great. And then I just kind of stretch it out a little bit, personally. And I feel like this loop looks a little tighter, so I'm just going to make a small little edit on my work and just trim and tighten. And that is literally all you have to do. And you want to know what's insane about this bracelet? So we didn't have the beads here. We didn't have beads here, so she had to bring me the beads, right? Afterwards, after I had already constructed everything except for the beads here. So I did this, which is why it was so much more difficult for me, is I had to weave it in between these already connected pieces. So
that was already, it was already put together, right?
it was already put together, so it's going to be
Yeah.
a whole lot easier for you guys. Whole lot easier for
Okay,
you
so
guys.
this is the 26 gauge, I believe.
Yep,
That's
and this is the
included.
only one that we had in our office, but we in the thing it's our natural brass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it will actually match for you guys. So just take whatever length clipping. Take our bicone crystal. Thread it through.
And this, if you want to look like this is just like a jet AB finish. You
Just
want something
pinching it.
similar.
So it's tight on either end. And I'm putting it so it's one on each side. You'll notice that, one on each side.
You're going to want to move over just a little bit.
I know.
There you go.
And then I'm going to wrap. Wow, this is so much easier. And wrap.
You guys, do you know how long I've had these crystals? They are, like from Bead and Button 2006 maybe.
Just trying to make sure this is consistent on the side here.
That's a great idea, Cindy.
Okay. Tighten. I just am pinching these together.
So if you want a more stable, less reactionary, use the coated wire. If you don't want it to lighten and darken with age as much.
Pinch this in.
thanks, Diane. She said she's glad that you're well now, and a lot of people weren't feeling well last week. Must have been something in the collective air.
I'm just sliding it to the center because it still is a little bit loose when you do that, right? And so we are simply going to pinch in our wires once we have them in the spot that we want it. So I'm just going to kind of like, think of it like a crimp.
Welcome, Andrea. She's signing in from Springfield.
No, these are old comments.
Oh, so they're just coming.
I don't know why it does that,
It does
but
every once in a while?
Every single time on YouTube
Oh, it's YouTube. Is the red ones?
Yes.
Yes.
And it repeats the YouTube comments for whatever reason.
Maybe in case you missed them.
It just like repeats the first ones for some reason. So we're just pinching those down, and now it's not going to be like moving as much. Just test it, and if it shifts a little, then we just need to tighten more. Now it's not moving, then I'm done with that. Super easy. And we just do that over and over and over and over again. All right.
Was it any different for doing the coin pearl?
No.
So it's basically that same
It's the
technique.
same. You're wrapping it around and you are tightening it. And that's what I did here. I made one there, one there, one there, one there. And this was just like a normal wrap loop. I just wrapped around this here on each side, and then these ones just kind of hold it in place.
So then, what did you end up using for that center connector? So you used jump rings, like JR20s for all the others, and then you made one of your figure eights that you used in the necklace?
Yep.
The smaller one?
These are both figure eights, and these are non-hammered figure eights I'm using.
So your construction is... I see. So just one of those in the middle, and then...
Jump rings, and then one figure eight in the middle.
Do you want to take a little break to grab a drink of water or something while...
We don't have any water.
Never mind. Do you want a little break and I can do the finish on the dragonflies?
Yeah, that works. I'm going to show them how this clasp works really quickly.
Sure thing.
No, it's fine. It was fine. I could see it.
Do you want me to put it on?
No,
Or you want to stubbornly do it yourself?
I'll do it myself to show them how easy it is.
Sure.
Just need to make sure. Actually, I need to open this up a little bit because I do like to tighten it up. So.
They are JR20s, right? That you used?
Yes.
Yeah. Which is about a 4.5 or 5 millimeter jump ring.
And I just kind of like to pinch it in, and then I know it's not going to come off.
And the chain that you used was a CH0010, 3.5 by 5 curb chain.
And zoom in on that.
I was gonna do like a whole montage thing later, because no, I didn't want to reset the thing again for the next demo part, but yeah, sure. Go ahead and hold it up. I'll go in and out. Still having a little road rash from last week, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Or tree rash.
Battle scars.
Battle scars from hiking. I love it. Okay. Shall we swap? Or do you want to do it? Do you want to do the
you
colors?
can do it. My throat's pretty rough, so.
I just figured you might want a speaking break.
That's exactly why.
Okay. All right. You guys get to see me again. Okay. You want to put up the dual. Awesome. Okay. So we have these lovely dragonflies that we're working with today. And we're just going to do a pretty color finish on these earrings. Again, easy. Emphasis on simple. Put these a little bit more centered and maybe zoom in a little bit. I'm not sure what Jean's asking there. If you want to read her comment.
Is the wire through and then just wrap the ends for the centerpiece? Yeah, it is. You just like you wrap it over and then you do like a wrap loop.
Okay.
Like you feed it through the wire and then you.
So it's a wrap loop, but she's kept it really tight.
I just kind of feed it. I just wrap it around it and then, yeah.
And then you use these to keep it in place, right? These other coils.
Yes.
So if we're running low on this, we could probably offer an art metal version if we've got this size.
Yeah.
You could probably swap that out if you're really needing the wire. You're froggy and I'm froggy. I'm having sympathy froggy. Okay, so we're gonna start out with some metallic copper. And if you have the Ultimate Paints, this is the same formula as the original Ultimate Paints in Dragon Eye. Okay, so if you have that one, you can substitute that one in as well. So just gonna do a pretty coat to give it a little bit of fire later on. Pretty light coat of that. And I'm gonna leave it off the tail. This doesn't need to be uniform. And then to speed up drying time, because we are ever impatient, I'm just gonna use my heat tool, which Corian, if you're watching, you should be getting this today. That's what my Amazon said. Okay, so that's dry. Now I'm going to take the Verdigris Blue Antique. Now remember, this is a new formula, so if you want to be using a stain, it would be Mountain Stream. In paint, it's Verdigris. But the glaze is going to act a little differently because remember, the standard colors in the glaze are formulated so that they just are one step, they settle in without much fuss. So all I'm doing in between colors is drying my brush off. Not washing it, just drying it so that it doesn't get wet. And then I'm gonna do a nice coat on top, let it settle in. And if I just do that, that's pretty good. Dry this off in between.
Cindy has a good tip for people whose skin likes to turn green like mine. She says she uses Alchemy jewelry sealer, and she just puts it on the inside of her bracelets, which
nice.
you will notice. I don't know that my skin's green yet. No, it's not. My skin turns green really fast. Just my mom's doesn't. Mm-hmm. Some people's just does.
Yeah.
But it's a good tip is to get that, to spray it if you have that issue.
Awesome sauce. Yeah. And it's nothing harmful. It just means your body is absorbing those minerals, which is actually good for you. But in the summer, I think, or like when you go to the ocean, it's happened to me when I've gone to the ocean, I think. Because I just don't perspire a lot. So, or if I go hiking or go to the gym, or if you go to the sauna with it on, it's good for that as well. Okay, so we're just going to speed up this dry time, even though it's pretty fast. I'm not going to completely dry it because I want it to blend a little bit with the other color, which is where the magic happens. Iridescent violet. I'm going to wait until this stops strobing to do this. There we go. One of our lights is being a little bit flickery. All right, so iridescent violet, 1-step antique glaze. This would be the same formula as the same color in Ultimate Paint. So if you still have those on hand, go ahead and use them up. Okay, so now all I'm doing is we're gonna add, actually I think what I'm gonna do with this one, instead of using the brush, is I'm gonna use it straight from the bottle and go ahead and put it on and then move it around. So you can see as I've left this a little bit wet that it's blending a little bit with the verdigris blue color that we've got there. And I think what I did on this original pair is I did bring this all the way down the body with some of these colors. And we will just set this aside to dry so that we can move back on with some of our other features. I might show you how to do these little paddles on the bottom of this guy. I'm just gonna let him dry. I find when I'm using this with the metallics or iridescents, and it's a thicker coat like this is right now, I don't like to use the heat tool as much because it can kind of make it bubble, and I don't particularly want that effect for this one. So I'm just going to clean off this area and show you, while we're waiting for that to dry, some of what we've got going on with this pair of earrings. So the construction of these, we've used our Handmade ear wire, and then these have a lot of extra holes that we've put in them. Sorry. And then Ainsley has done, she had done another similar pair to this that had chain dropping and things, but I really liked her use of extra jump rings to add more detail. So I went ahead and added that detail up here in the corner. And then these, I just took the scraps that I had used from when I was making the ear wires, and I used those to make these paddle head pins just by hammering the edge of that 20 gauge natural brass wire. And so I made those in different lengths, and these are all JR20s, which is like 5mm jump ring that I've added in here. So in order to get the pair, which I took the ear wire off of this one, let me just add that back on. So these are somewhat of a symmetrical design, but what we've done is hung them opposite way so that they're facing each other. So really what the difference is this one has the tail curving down and this one has the tail curving up. So they make a really lovely kind of pair. So you can see when this dries, you're going to get some of that copper flashing through here, and it makes just a really lovely finish. Dragonfly is so pretty. Great earrings. Thank you. So if somebody was asking about, was she asking about the earrings that I was wearing? They said, get your mom back on there. If you're interested, these are just using our Lotus connectors. They're just a design that I made for my Sunstone Etsy shop. But we could feature them later if you guys are interested in learning how to make those. Really easy design. I've just kind of clipped some of the things off, if that's what someone was asking earlier, maybe. Okay. Okay. Any other demos that we need to do?
We can just show them one more thing really quickly.
Okay. We can swap places. I may just finish the dry up on these with the heat tool while you're doing that. So would you want to show them dry?
We'll do a very easy, simple beginner tutorial. Oh my gosh, just the bead rolls away from me. It's really easy as long as it's not running away from you guys. So, slide our pearl in. This is our 26 gauge wire. I am pinching this down so that she's not going to be moving a whole lot. And then I am going to make my loop.
Go a little lower in your
I'm going to make my loop here. Make sure I have that where I want it to be. Okay, put it back on. Give me a second to adjust myself, and then I'm going to
lower. There you go.
wrap it around just a lot and over and over and over again. So this one bothers me because it keeps smacking my hand. And you can keep going with that. Just gonna clip off that little bit. This other side's gonna be way easier.
Well, you have come to the right place, Farheen, to learn to make handmade jewelry. Oh, Carrie, my Etsy shop is the Sunstone on Main. I know it's kind of a long name, but it is the first shop name that I had before Vintaj was even an idea in anybody's brain. Wendy and I both had shops on Main Street of Galena, Illinois, in the houses that we lived in. She was the first to do that, and I copied her with, albeit different things. She sold spoon jewelry, and I sold stained glass, batiks, and some beaded handmade jewelry, and it was called the Sunstone.
Did you see it do that?
What?
I grabbed
No.
the pliers and it like picked up a piece of tissue and like launched it at me.
jumping components again today.
It's really easy. I'm just gonna do that again, but a little bit cleaner.
While you're doing that, while you're getting your materials for that. There we go. I just wanted to dry this one completely so we can see how dynamic the colors look in that. Just let me know if you guys want a tutorial on these earrings. I could do them in a master class for you guys.
Guys, I always do things better the second time. You can see how much better I am on a camera once I've done it once. It's a lot easier.
I think you almost have to learn where to put your hands so you can stay on screen every time you do something new, right?
And this is a lot easier if you have a longer strand of wire.
So Corian, let us know if you are ready to do the giveaway and explain again what to do with that, and we will work on getting you on screen if you're ready for that.
Ta-da!
Just lovely. Way prettier than my messy wrap loops.
Yeah.
Do you want to show how this has dried and then the hole punching in it? So isn't that lovely, you guys? That is
Should we
how
relieve
our
it a
finish
little bit?
dried.
Did you?
Did I? I don't.
I think you did. Look at
It. Oh yeah, actually yes. Just go like back and forth vertical on his body. Yeah. I usually just do the not the wings, but his like thorax and stuff. Okay, Corian, are you ready for us to bring you on screen? I'm wondering. That's what I'm asking.
Okay, let me look at these holes.
They're just one in each wing, I think, and one in between.
Yeah, that's pretty easy. Ready? It's gonna be real crazy, guys.
Okay, lower, go a little lower. Get these
It's
tools
right
out
in
of
the
way.
middle.
Oh, it wasn't a second ago. It's not anymore.
Yes, it is. Every
Oh,
time.
you're saying that, yes, the plier.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in the Dragonfly itself.
No, I'm looking at the spot where the actual technique is at.
Why would you want to do
I'm
that?
being gaslit right now, guys.
I feel like our comments are maybe like out of order today. A little bit.
Well, they are always a little bit delayed.
Yeah. This is a little bit better reading from here though, I think. I don't have to be like 2 inches from you. Oh, the weather is what they're talking about.
Yeah. They were talking about that a lot earlier too.
It's been pretty nice here, although a bit warm.
Yeah, we can't complain because you guys have it just as bad, but it's humid.
Yeah.
Back there in most places that are having that heat wave. We actually are we're technically still in the heat wave, but like
it's
we aren't in the like red zone. We're in like the very edge of the heat wave of where it's even reaching to.
And I think that's why I like Eagle for me personally, is because I can always find a corner of shade, because I do much better in shade than in full sun. You guys, I melt. Or fry. I'm not made for full sun, especially out west here. I need shade.
Wow, that was absolutely crazy, guys. Mind blowing and changing of technique.
But actually, so Farheen is asking what this is.
Oh yeah. This is just a hole puncher. It is works very well with what we use, which is brass, solid brass, and we just simply, there's also something called screw down hole punch, but this is a lot easier to use.
It makes a 1.5 millimeter hole, which is a really great basic hole size. Good for a lot of things. And you can find it on vintaj.com under tools.
Yes. And so it is very easy, simple to use. It's easier to get it where you want it to be, and it's less work to use than the screw-down hole punch, which I'll show you the screw-down hole punch, because you literally have to like screw it back and forth. It's just a little more
harder.
We do use this, but it is for like more hefty,
really
very thick pieces.
Thick brass. You can still use these pliers on pewter or castings that are pretty thick, because it's much softer metal. But if you're using like pot metal or any kind of low quality castings, then definitely use the screw down hole punch. But we do offer both.
Yes.
To add holes.
So this is better for things that are on the slightly softer end of the spectrum. Okay, anything else?
Well, I think we can go to, I don't think we need to show like these paddle head pins. If you want to know how to do these, guys, we've done these in some of our other wire classes. But if you want a demo here quick, now's your last chance to ask for that, because we're gonna move on to trying to bring Corian on to do the giveaway, and I'm gonna bring you to full screen, I think. If you wanna, or I guess I can start to zoom you in a little bit and move this over so that we can get a little lower. If you want to show like your bracelet and that kind of stuff, all the things that we worked on today. Corian, are you ready to come on screen with us?
Has she replied yet?
I haven't seen her reply that. I know that she did put in there that...
I am ready.
Okay, yes.
Oh,
awesome.
she's doing SpongeBob reference style. Okay, I will send that over to you in 1 second.
Any other questions that anybody has? And if they want that demo, we can do it.
Oh, Mary's wondering how to enter, but she's from YouTube.
Okay, there is a way. So when Corian gets on, we'll have her explain what to do.
Yeah, for YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there is a way.
Give me 1 second to get her. Okay, she'll be here in just a second.
Any other questions? Well, or should we stay in this view? Okay.
Hello.
Okay, there she is.
Give me 1 second.
No problem.
Questions? What were she saying? Okay.
Good to see her.
So, Corian, we have someone asking
How to enter on YouTube.
what are the parameters for entering on YouTube? I think last time we said, do they need to say love? Do they need to love react to the video? There is a way to do that.
Or do they need to like the video?
They can just like the video.
Okay.
Yeah. So make sure you guys have your loves in. All you have to do is love react. If you're on Facebook, for instance, that's going to be probably down here at the bottom of the screen if you're watching from your desktop. Otherwise, it should be right underneath your comments. And then for YouTube, I will also grab your names if I can view who liked it. That might be a little bit harder.
Also, just say love in the comments.
Just say love in the comments for YouTube.
Yeah, so do the love react and say love in the comments for YouTube so that we can get you guys entered in.
And you just have to have an open order to qualify for the giveaway.
Yep, so if you've ordered anything on vintaj.com, then we can ship it, have a way to ship it to you.
Yes.
So do we know what we're giving away?
Yes, actually, let me go get it quick. Guys with me.
Oh, Doug says and subscribe, right? So
subscribe on YouTube too, please.
Yes.
Yes.
So on Facebook, if you're watching on Facebook, do the love react button. So this helps us reach more people when we get more activity on our lives.
Heart react on Facebook and like the video and subscribe on YouTube.
Yes.
Heart on Facebook, like and subscribe YouTube.
I think I might need the YouTube login to view subscriptions. So as long as they just comment love for YouTube, then you will be entered.
It looks like we have a few comments here.
Yeah. So this is what our giveaway is going to be. It's going to be one of our really big ones. This beautiful wrapping filigree that's in there, and then some cute ambery and then some crystal little bead drops and things. A cute little wrapping kit.
Love it.
Yeah. All right. Let me get Facebook refreshed here, and I will also get YouTube refreshed here. I'm going to pull these names into our
this set on the wall.
That's what we've been calling it. All right, our Facebook names are in there, and then our YouTube names are also in. All right, are we ready to spin the wheel?
Yes, I would say yes.
Okay, let me turn this around. I gotta get it full screen.
Galaxy.
Heck yeah.
Fancy with it.
All right, yeah, everybody see their names in there?
Drum roll.
Doug, he won't be able to win. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
It matches your earrings, Ainsley.
Joanne done.
You are
Joanne.
Congrats, Joanne.
So all you have to do, Joanne, I'm going to put your name in the comments just in case you're not present on the live right now. Just ensure that you have an open order. I don't think that was one of our YouTubers. Nope. So just make sure that you have an open order with Vintaj so we can ship your giveaway to you. Winner, winner.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Nice.
Thanks, Corian.
Thank
Of course.
you.
Guys,
You
love
guys-
seeing you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Oops. There we go. Just gonna do some up closes of the jewelry.
Yes. You want me to zoom in? Is that what you're saying? Yes. She just like looks at me like I'm supposed to know what's going on, and I'm thinking about something else.
You're micromanaging everything today.
I am not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm
Guys,
not.
guys, are you on my team? Has she been micromanaging me?
Only the camera angle at the beginning. That's it.
What did you just say to me? You can put that on now.
Well, I mean, I tell
Guys,
you
has she been micromanaging me? Let me know. I feel like she has been micromanaging me. Maybe it's because I don't have your bit in me and because I'm a little sick, but I feel like I've been micromanaged all day long.
Oh, snap. Okay, doesn't she look cute, you guys? I mean, honestly, before we zoom in, look at that. Now, this is from the Patina class as well, right? The necklace?
Yes, the necklace is from that previous class as well.
And we do have that sampler still available. You can get all the components to make the necklace and then the bracelet earrings as well. I love both of these together. So I would make all of it to go together. Are they agreeing with you? Is that why you're getting like a cat eye or like a Cheshire cat grin?
No, I haven't seen anyone. Uncle Doug did say, all right, you two, calm it down.
Okay, so we're going to do this. Oh, look at how pretty that is. I just love it. Good thing you're so Zoom friendly. Gorgeous beadwork on that. Loving it. And then do you have the bracelet on as well?
I do have the bracelet on
the
as
stack.
well.
I think it has like, okay, so it feels very like armor-ish to me.
It's very skeletal to me.
Yeah, oh yeah, I could see that too. But it's like
bones.
you know how in a suit of armor they have all those joints and things that like
Yes,
move and
I get
articulate?
what you mean, yeah.
Like it feels very much like it could live in the world of cosplay too.
Mm-hmm.
Which I love.
I would love to have a full suit of armor. That'd be so cool. I see people with those on the internet. I'm like, what kind of money do you have?
Oh my goodness.
That's pure metal.
Do you want to bring up, again, just what's going on the website? Again, one more time before we pop off and finish.
So we are having our 40% off. Let me move this out of the way again. Sorry. We are having our 40% off our 40% off organic and minimal collection. Promo code organic-40 at vintaj.com. So anything in that collection is 40% off, which is a really, really great discount. And so you can pick up any of those items. And I feel like they go very well with our theme today, with our wire components and everything. And so, yeah. Be sure to check that out and don't miss out on that for as long as it's available.
Yeah. Oh, that's still a good shot. I didn't have to come back over here. Now we'll pop back around so I can say goodbye to you lovely ladies. So we can say goodbye.
Let me scooch back. Scooch.
Okay.
There you go.
No, I'm fine to be behind. Okay, yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for